girl I like talked about her scumbag boyfriend. He gambles, cheats, and is abusive, yet she believes he's a good guy. She got fed up with me for standing up for her. She accused me of stirring things up and said I made her sick. Eventually, I stopped loving her, and then she went crazy asking me to come back. Anna got hit by her lousy boyfriend again. She came crying to me, and as I rolled up my sleeves, I said let's go deal with Calvin. She stopped me. No, he just drank too much. It was just a momentary slip. I felt heartbroken and frustrated. How many times has he hit you, and you're still making excuses for him? Anna sobbed like a broken-hearted girl, the marks on her neck clearly visible. But when he's not drunk, he's really good to me. Look at the bracelet on my hand. He bought it especially for my birthday. He even cooks for me. I glanced at the bracelet. It was rough and cheap. As for cooking, it was just instant noodles with an egg. I don't get it. Anna comes from a wealthy background, had everything growing up, and her parents gave her all their love and the best education. I treated her with care all these years, afraid she'd suffer even a little bit. Yet she's blinded by some useless guy. I wanted to snap her out of it. Is a cheap bracelet and a half-hearted attempt at cooking enough to be good to you? Anna, wake up. What's there to cling to with that jerk? She defended him. You don't know him. He's not like us. He grew up with divorced parents and had a hard life. But his love for me is true. He's got nothing true about him. Such a scumbag doesn't deserve anyone's love. Anna looked upset, clearly not happy with me bad-mouthing her boyfriend. Then her phone rang, and Calvin's name flashed up. Anna's face changed instantly into a soft expression. Baby. The voice on the other end sounded harsh. Anna, seeing that lapdog David again? She quickly replied, Baby, don't be mad. I just came to pick up something from David. I'm leaving now. Despite my attempts to stop her, she hurried to leave. Just then, her mom came with 2 other people. Anna looked confused. Mom? Her mom had a stern face. Anna turned to me, angry. David, did you tell on me to my mom? I had no choice. She wouldn't listen to me, so I brought her mom in. Seeing the bruises on Anna's neck, her mom's expression changed, and she harshly said, Did your boyfriend do this? I'm calling the cops. Anna began to cry, almost kneeling. Mom, please don't call the police. It's all my fault. It's not David's fault. From now on, you're coming home to live with us. I'm taking back that apartment I gave you. Mom, I don't want to go home. But her mom was firm and made sure she was taken away. After Anna left, anger boiled in me, and I drove to find Calvin. I caught him by a barbecue stand, drinking with low-life friends. Grabbing his collar, I demanded, What gives you the right to hit her? Are you even a man? Calvin looked unfazed, careless, which made me even angrier. He smirked and said, Hit her? What do you mean like this? He shoved his phone in my face, playing a video. I froze, feeling like a part of me was gutted. In the video, Anna was on her knees, hair pulled back forcefully, looking dazed, her voice lost with her shaking body. Calvin slapped my stunned face, coming close to my ear. To her, a wimpy yes man like you is boring as hell. You see, she loves when I hit her. To you, she's a goddess. To me, she's just a dog. Ha ha ha. His friends laughed along. Boiling with rage, I swung a punch at him. Calvin barely dodged, and my fist grazed his nose. Seeing this, his crew jumped me. Outnumbered, I was soon down, curled up, guarding my head as they beat me. Calvin suddenly coughed, pausing the attack. Calvin, your nose is bleeding. It was Anna. Even her mom couldn't keep hold of her. Calvin, wiping the blood, said sarcastically, Your lapdog said he'd beat me up for you. Anna scrambled with tissues to help him stop the bleeding and only then noticed me. I was crumpled on the ground. But she didn't show any intention to help me up. With Calvin's arm around her, she looked down at me. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't need you meddling in my relationship with Calvin. I'm not a child anymore. Why do all of you keep interfering with my love life? Calvin whispered in her ear, obviously putting on a show for me. Sweetie, isn't this the 3rd time he's messed with us? I really can't stand it. Ouch, I hope my nose isn't broken. It hurts. Anna crooned to Calvin, saying they'd go to the hospital. When she looked back at me, there was nothing but clear disgust on her face. David, besides stirring trouble, what else can you do? What do you even think you are to me? Your boundary-less and excessive care makes me sick. Calvin smirked. Hear that? My girl says you're disgusting. Scurry away. With Anna in tow, he turned away and shot me a glance over his shoulder, mouthing, "She is a dog." Rage hit its peak in me. I jumped up and locked my hands around Calvin's throat. Just one thought in my mind: I'm going to beat him to death today. Anna shrieked and tried to pry me off, then grabbed a beer bottle without hesitation and smashed it over my head. I heard a voice just before passing out. It's over. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. My parents and Anna's parents were all there. Anna's mom had red eyes and let out a big sigh of relief when she saw I was awake. Thank God. David's okay. Her dad looked grim, apologizing to my parents. If anything happened to David, I'd have to deal with that ungrateful daughter of mine. My mom, worried sick about me, couldn't help but have a bit of resentment in her voice. All these years, David's been so good to Anna. You know it as well as we do. Better than even her own parents could be. I just don't understand what feud drives someone to hurt him like that. Honestly, if she wasn't your daughter, I'd be calling the cops for sure. My dad cleared his throat, and my mom stopped talking. Anna's dad was too embarrassed to even lift his head. You're right. It's all Anna's fault. After the incident, she ran off with that thug and won't pick up our calls. Don't worry. When I find her, I'll drag her here to apologize to David on her knees. Uncle, there's no need. I'm done with Anna. It doesn't matter if she apologizes or not. Everyone looked at me, shocked. I can't blame them. Anna and I grew up together. She was like my sunshine, an essential part of my life. I could forgive her any whim or mistake. No one ever thought I'd cut ties with anyone, let alone Anna. My mom was stunned. Son, are you serious? I was surprised myself. 20 years of knowing her, a decade of love, and suddenly it felt like someone hit delete, and all the feelings were gone. Thinking about Anna now, I felt nothing. She was like a stranger to me. The adults exchanged looks, unsure what to say. They thought my mind might still be off, worrying enough to call the doctor to check me again. On the day I was discharged, Anna's dad actually brought her to me. Reluctantly, Anna stood in front of me, dragged by her dad. How did I raise such a heartless, irresponsible daughter? Apologized to David now. Anna's eyes and nose were red from crying. In the past, this would have wrecked me. But now I felt nothing. I looked at her calmly. She definitely owed me an apology. Unexpectedly, she retorted. If I hadn't stopped them, David would have been hurt even worse. Her dad was furious, yelling, "Enough about David. Don't mention that thug. Will you apologize or not? If not, I'll break your legs." I shook my head silently. Anna was still in denial. "Uncle," I said, "it's not necessary." Then I turned to my mom. "Let's go, Mom." Without a glance at Anna, I walked away. Her dad tried calling me back, but I didn't turn around. I heard Anna grumbling. "See, I told you it wasn't needed. David's never blamed me for anything." True, I've never blamed Anna, no matter what she did. Everyone thought, even if Anna stabbed me, I'd first worry about whether her hands got dirty. But we hadn't walked far when I heard a slap. Turning around, I saw Anna holding her cheek, crying. "Dad, you hit me? I hit you because you're a useless daughter. I'm telling you, if you don't break up with that thug, you're no longer my daughter." "Fine. I'm useless. Then don't acknowledge me." Anna ran off crying. That day, she moved in with Calvin. Her parents were furious, calling it shameful. Their house was in chaos. But none of that mattered to me anymore. I had put off my plans to study abroad to stay with Anna. Now it's time to rethink everything. As I was diving into all the study abroad preparations, one day Anna called. Right away, she asked to borrow 30 grand. "David, my dad froze all my cards. I'm broke. You have to help me." Wow, that was bold. Sure, I could lend her that much. But why should I? I replied calmly. Aren't you living with your boyfriend now? Let him take care of you. Anna didn't pick up on my distant tone. Explained seriously. David got scammed out of 10 grand at the casino. I planned to pay it off and give the place a nice remodel. It's really too old. I can't stand it here. Scammed for 10 grand? Bullshit. He lost it gambling. Only a love-blind Anna would buy Calvin's crap story. I flat out refused. No, I can't lend you money. Anna was shocked. Did your cards get frozen too? Couldn't help but chuckle. Even after all I've said, she didn't get it. Well, I used to cherish and care for her. Why would she think I'd stop loving her? In her mind, I, David, would be forever waiting by her side. Always ready to bow my head. Fulfill her demands. I mean, I'm not your anything, so no, I'm not lending you money. She fell silent. After a long pause, Anna suddenly sneered. Fine. David, playing hard to get. Huh? Great. Let's see who's more stubborn. The call ended. I knew exactly what she was thinking. She believed I'd cave first, as I always had. But this time, she'd be disappointed. When I went to apply for my visa, I bumped into a girl, and we both dropped our papers everywhere. I quickly apologized, squatting down to pick them up, and was surprised to find out she was heading to the same university as me. I looked up excitedly. Are you going to that school too? It was only then that I realized how beautiful she was. Anna was pretty, but this girl, she was just as stunning. She saw my papers too and gave a soft smile, with dimples appearing at the corners of her mouth. Yeah, what a coincidence. Her name was Selena, and she was going to the same university just a year below me. I was amused, so you're my junior. Selena was cheerful, and as we talked about our mater, we couldn't help but chat a lot. It was lunchtime, and Selena offered to treat me to a meal. It's rare to run into a senior. We should have lunch together at least, right? Since we'll be at the same school soon, I hope you can look after me, she said. I replied that it was my treat. She picked a Japanese restaurant. We parked, and as we got to the entrance, I heard a familiar voice behind us. Fate can be such a cruel thing. David, I haven't had Japanese food in a while. Let's have it for lunch today. Babe, Japanese food is super expensive. It's not worth it. But it's only a few $100 a person. Listen, let's hold off. If your parents unblock your card, you can have it 100 times and I wouldn't mind. I rolled my eyes. Anna and Calvin were just 10 meters behind us. And when I looked back, they noticed me too. Calvin first glanced at me, then his eyes lit up when he saw Selena. I could read his sleazy thoughts a mile away. I casually moved to shield Selena, but Anna blurted out, Selena? The person next to me smiled slightly, Senior Anna. I was puzzled. You two know each other? Selena smiled and explained, I was in the dance club with Senior Anna. Of course we know each other. Dance club, huh? Back in college, I always went to the club performances whenever Anna was performing. I had no impression of Selena, but thinking back, as long as Anna was present, all my focus was on her. Of course, I didn't notice anyone else. Anna pouted and complained, David, you've been ignoring me for days. Are you still mad at me? I didn't bother saying much, and my attitude was somewhat dismissive. Just busy. If there's nothing else, let's not talk. We need to have lunch. And by we, I naturally meant Selena and me. Anna's face immediately changed, and she glanced at Selena with sudden displeasure. Be honest, have you been acting differently because of her? I was done with her nonsense. She truly didn't think twice about that time she hit me over the head. Even if I used to willingly be Anna's doormat, a doormat still has some dignity. Anna, I'm not avoiding you because of someone else. I'm just tired. Anna seemed even more upset. Tired? David, do you know what you're saying? I'm Anna, the girl who grew up with you, and you say you're tired of me now? Knowing her temperament, how she throws tantrums without care. I signaled Selena to quickly head inside, but Anna grabbed Selena's sleeve. You're not leaving. You two owe me an explanation. David, you won't even lend me $300K now, and you talk to me like this? What's going on? Selena, how shameless can you be? Selena hadn't done anything yet, but I was already mortified. The rose-tinted glasses I had for Anna were gone, and suddenly, this whole scene seemed crazily over the top. Anna, If you're sick, go home with your useless boyfriend. Stop embarrassing yourself. My roar made Anna freeze completely. Her big eyes filled with disbelief, and then tears began to flow. She couldn't accept it. It was the first time in all these years that I'd spoken to her like this. She stared at me, full of resentment and anger. You're yelling at me for someone else? David, you're actually yelling at me for another girl. Calvin finally peeled his greedy eyes off Selena to speak. Who are you calling garbage? You. Seeing the tension rise between Calvin and me, Selena suddenly chuckled softly, catching everyone's attention. Selena's voice was gentle. A girlfriend can't even have Japanese food? Doesn't sound like a good boyfriend, does it? I must say her words packed a punch. Calvin, that thug, turned red with embarrassment. Keenly aware of her boyfriend's desire to vanish right now, Anna went ballistic. Her brows furrowed, hands on her hips. She snapped. What do you know? Mind your business about my boyfriend. Selena, have you always been jealous of me? Tempting David, stirring up trouble between us, and then humiliating my boyfriend? How shameless can you be? Her vulgar outburst and twisted, angry expression made me question what I ever liked about her. Anna's voice grew louder, unbothered by the people beginning to watch. My boyfriend might not have money now, but so what? That doesn't mean... Slap. The heavy slap across her face shocked everyone into silence. Anna staggered and fell to the ground. Pointing at her, Calvin yelled, "Shut up! Who said I'm broke?" Anna held her cheek, too stunned to even cry, staring up at Calvin. If I remember right, this was probably the first time Calvin hit her while sober, and in front of an audience, no less. Not even a chance for her to make excuses for him now. Standing here with you is embarrassing. Calvin threw out the words and left, not even glancing back at Anna crumpled on the ground. Anna bit her lip as she watched Calvin walk away, tears streaming down. I grabbed Selena and headed straight into the restaurant. Sorry about that. Regardless, she got a scolding because of me for no reason. Anna and I did grow up together, but there have been some awkward things between us. Hey, Selena interrupted me. Does Anna like you? I almost choked on my own saliva. No way. She likes that jerk of a boyfriend. Likes him enough to do anything for him, enough to get really mad at me because of him. Selena chuckled. But when she saw me and you together, you could tell she was jealous. Huh? Jealous? Of me? I wanted to argue, but she added, okay, let's not talk about her anymore. Let's eat. Honestly, that's for the best. I'd have no idea how to talk about what happened between me and Anna. To my surprise, Anna was still hanging out by the door when we left. She quickly stood up when she saw me. Selena noticed and said, "Hey, I'll head out now. Honestly, this girl's got some great social skills." I apologized to her. This might be a good time to clear things up with Anna anyway. After Selena left, Anna clung to my arm. David. Her eyes were red, her voice soft and low, just like the countless times she came to me for comfort when she was upset, scolded by her parents, or just needed a friend. I was always there for her, but those days are long gone. The David who loved Anna for 10 years, he's not here anymore. Under my cold stare, Anna started getting anxious. David, I know you're still mad because I didn't listen to you and because I hit you over Calvin. Please stop being mad. I'll apologize first this time. Seriously? A big girl apologizing first, that's a new one. I shook her hand off. Crying, she said, I admit I went too far that day. I was just scared when I saw you going at Calvin. I didn't think straight. I really didn't mean to hurt you. Please don't ignore me. Calvin treats me like this and now you're doing the same. It feels like my world is falling apart. When Calvin hit her before, she could count on me for comfort. Now that I'm not offering comfort, she feels something's missing? I corrected her. I'm different from that boyfriend of yours. I don't care if you guys have a spat or whatever, but from now on, I'm not going to keep putting myself out there and getting nothing back. She panicked. David, don't be like this. I feel like I don't know you anymore. Remember, you said you'd always protect me. Yeah, I said that. But you also said you didn't need me, that I made you sick and got between you two. No, that was just in anger. I really need you. Please don't do this. I shook my head, confident in my refusal. Anna's attitude suddenly got more determined. I've been thinking about it, you're right. Calvin and I aren't a good match. He doesn't respect me. I won't make excuses for his behavior. I won't deal with him anymore. I wasn't moved. Sorry, hard to believe you with your track record. Seeing my skepticism, Anna called Calvin right in front of me. Calvin, you're garbage. A loser who hits women and will never eat well. I'm done with you. Go to hell. With that, she hung up. I'll get my stuff from him today. I'm moving back home and won't see him again. David, I'll do what you said and keep my distance from him. Can we be like before? I looked at Anna, confused. Before, when Calvin did things worse than this, she wouldn't say a bad word about him, let alone break up. Now that I'm uninvolved, she does a complete 180. For some reason, I remembered what Selena said earlier. Does she like you? She got jealous. I chuckled, no way. 10 years of being a doormat didn't earn her affection. Just because I stopped doesn't mean she suddenly loves me. It's probably just her possessiveness acting up. To her, I was always there, a safeguard and protector. Casually, I said, if you've really broken up, congrats on ditching the jerk. But for us, let's just be regular friends. Anna was shaken, speechless. And with that, I walked away. Seems Anna was serious this time. She went home, apologized to her folks, deleted all her photos with Calvin from social media, and declared she was single. At the end of the post, she added, some loves may be wrong, but the companionship from childhood is the truest. I'll reclaim what's mine, because he was always meant to be mine. Ugh, a little dramatic. Anna kept sending me sentimental messages, recalling our past together, at all hours of the day. It got so annoying I blocked her. On my birthday, Selena called. Hey, happy birthday. I was surprised. How'd you know? I saw it when you were applying for your visa. Oh, haha. Thanks. Got plans today? I honestly said I didn't. Great. I said I'd treat you last time but ended up making you spend money. Let me make it up to you, birthday boy. I wanted to decline, but Selena insisted. She said you can't refuse a girl's invitation and that she'd need my help with studying abroad. So I agreed. Honestly, I've probably never had a long chat with a girl other than Anna. Selena feels like an old friend, and there's never any awkwardness when talking to her. We talk about philosophy, music, games, and those unfortunate times as kids when we'd get chased by dogs. Whatever the topic, she just seems to get me. I found myself laughing out loud many times. Ever since Anna got together with Calvin a year ago, I haven't really felt happy. Before I knew it, 4 or 5 hours had flown by. When I was dropping Selena off that night, I sincerely thanked her. She mysteriously grabbed a beautifully packaged, palm-sized gift from her bag. Here you go, senior. But don't open it yet. Wait until you get home. I smiled and agreed. When I got home, Anna was curled up on my couch, wearing my shirt and watching TV, which gave me quite a start. You're back. I've been waiting for you forever, she said casually, leaving me speechless. Anna always knew my door lock code. She could come over whenever she wanted. I remember when Calvin first hit her. She came to my place and cried all night. I was so angry, I wanted to beat that jerk Calvin up right then. And I did. But the next morning, while I was still getting bandaged at the hospital, she just left when Calvin called her, without even saying a word to me. That was the first time I felt like a fool for going all out for her. Anna ran to the table, excitedly saying, "Ta-da! Birthday cake. Happy 25th birthday to my knight. David. May you have many more to come." Knight was what she called me. She always said she was a princess, and I'd always have to be the knight protecting her. Anna either didn't notice or chose to ignore my resigned and unhappy expression, loudly calling for me to hurry over. I've been waiting with an empty stomach. Come on. I set down the gift Selena gave me and stood in the shadow of the entrance, not moving. Anna, we can't be like we were. Your knight, he's leaving. Anna acted like she didn't hear me, lighting the candles and calling for me to come make a wish. She had her back to me, so I couldn't see her expression. I repeated, you really don't have to do this. Suddenly, Anna, who seemed happy a moment ago, snapped and threw the lighter to the ground. Enough! Enough! She yelled, turning around with tears streaming down her face. She let everything out, shouting at me from her heart. David, I got into a bad relationship and I didn't listen to you in time. But I'm hurting too. On one side is my boyfriend, on the other is my lifelong friend. What am I supposed to do? If you're still holding a grudge about me hitting you, then you can hit me back. Just see it as paying you back. Okay? I don't understand. You weren't like this before. You couldn't bear to ignore me, give me the cold shoulder, or speak harshly to me, treating me like a stranger. Why is it like this? Her tears turned into sobs. I sighed and said, I'm sorry, but we can't go back. Anna stopped crying, her eyes filled with bitterness. You were out all afternoon with Selena, weren't you? What does she have that's so great? Be honest. Did you bring her around to spite me? I don't believe you actually like her. Other than a pretty face, what does she have over me? I started to get a headache, too drained to deal with her anymore. So I told her to leave. This is my private matter. No need to report to you. I need to rest now, please go. Anna nodded continuously and started rambling. I get it. You're getting back at me. You were never happy I got with Calvin, so now you're using Selena to get back at me, right? I was speechless. Had she been watching too many soap operas? David, I'm giving you one last chance. If you keep being this cold, we won't talk ever again. Then don't regret it later. You see, it was always her giving me chances. I chuckled softly. Don't worry, I don't need that chance anymore. Thanks. Anna was so mad she couldn't speak, and finally, with no other options, she stormed out. But as she reached the door, she paused. David, what's your problem? You always look down on Calvin, but at least when he apologizes, he's sincere. He's calling me every day now, sending gifts to make me happy. But you? What happened to the David who said he'd always cherish me? You don't think there's a future for Calvin and me? Then just watch, I'm getting back together with him. I'm going to prove you, my parents, everyone, that my choice was right. You think he's useless, but one day I'll have my boyfriend slap you in the face. With all the drama, I forgot about Selena's gift sitting on the shelf by the entrance. But Anna really stuck to her word, getting back with Calvin. She had a huge fight with her parents and moved out. It gave her mom another heart attack. I couldn't understand it, but I was shocked. Oh well, let her be. As my move overseas got closer, I started talking with Selena more. We'd chat on the phone about moving abroad, and we naturally ended up talking about college. Actually, when I started college, I almost got depressed. No way, a pretty girl like you should be confident and outgoing, right? Walking with flair. Looking down my nose at people, you got a problem? I'm the prettiest. I joked with her, making her laugh. Then, out of nowhere, she asked, you haven't opened my gift yet, right? Huh? Damn, I forgot. But how did she know? But instead, she just giggled and wished me good night. Just as I was about to open the gift, my mom called. Since my family and Anna's live in the same neighborhood, it's hard to miss any news, especially when it's this juicy. Anna's pregnant. She nonchalantly brought her trashy boyfriend home. From what my mom said, it sounded like they were using the baby to force her parents' hand. Either accept Calvin or reinstate Anna's credit card. Anna's parents already lost face when she ran away with a lowlife, and now they're being strong-armed by a baby on the way. Anna's dad is not the kind of guy to get pushed around, though. He threatened to beat Calvin on the spot. Anna stepped in front of Calvin, yelling, even if you don't like him, he's still the father of my child. If you're gonna hit him, you might as well take us all out. Her dad couldn't bring himself to do it and angrily told them to leave. Before leaving, Anna wanted the household registry to get married, insisting that her child should not be born illegitimate. Her mom nearly fainted from crying. Her dad told the maid to chase them off with a broom. My mom kept sighing over the phone. Anna was such a good and sensible kid. How did she turn out like this? What did that trashy boyfriend do to her? Now she's pregnant out of wedlock, and your uncle and aunt's reputation is in shambles. I was silent. Maybe to Anna, Calvin is like the bad boy hero in a TV drama. They think they need to overcome all odds for a happy ending. I could accept her not loving me. But for her to cut off her parents and ruin her future for a loser, spending her days racing cars, drinking, and playing housekeeper, that's hard. And now she's pregnant. With my mom's call, I totally forgot about Selena's gift. I'm heading abroad in a few days. My mom came over to help me pack, talking like a broken record, just like how Anna didn't even date. Now you're not young anymore and still going abroad to study. When you bring me a daughter-in-law? I'm on my phone, ignoring her. Next thing I know, Selena's video calling. I retreat to my room and shut the door. Can I ask for a ride today? My car's restricted today. Think you can be my driver? We're more relaxed around each other now, so I smile and say, of course. I'm at XX hospital visiting a friend. Can you pick me up? Sure. I hung up and turned to find my mom smiling teasingly. Who were you video calling? Annoyed, I say, a friend from school. When'd you come in? Didn't even knock. Mom, eavesdropping isn't classy. I just came in. Knocked too. Anyway, who's this girl? What's she do? How old is she? I give in and spill the details. Mom listens intently, nodding. Before I leave, she insists I don't let this girl go. Honestly, I'm thinking the same. At the hospital waiting for Selena, there's commotion behind me. Medical staff rush by with a stretcher, shouting for people to make way. Patient is 4 months pregnant, bleeding heavily, needs surgery immediately. I see it's Anna on the stretcher. She's pale, eyes closed in pain. I freeze. Why is she bleeding? Where's Calvin? Before I can react, she's in surgery. What's she looking at? Selena asks, just arriving. She listens to my explanation, her face turning somber. Better call her parents. I nod. This is serious, no family around isn't an option. Anna's parents arrive, eyes red, looking much older. In surgery, with the doctor bringing a critical situation form, Anna's dad signs, barely holding it together, while her mom wails. Damn, Calvin's ruined my daughter. She cries, clutching me. David, why isn't Anna with you? You'd never let her suffer so much. She'd never be here. I say nothing. Anna was losing blood. The surgery took ages. I suggested Selena head home, but she kindly bought us food and water first. After hours, the doctor finally announced Anna was stable, but the baby didn't make it. Her parents didn't seem upset about losing the baby. They never wanted it. When Anna woke, it seemed like pride kept her silent. Her mom's tears broke the dam, and she confessed. Calvin again. With Anna's money gone, so was the facade. Calvin drank, gambled, cheated. Anna, pregnant, did all the housework while Calvin left her broke. An argument escalated. He hit her, ignoring the pregnancy. When she bled, he walked out. Anna called the ambulance herself, in pain. After talking, she broke down in tears. David, I was wrong. I should have listened to you from the start. Calvin's a complete liar and jerk. Her mom listened while crying, and by the end, she was in tears. Anna, your dad and I are getting older, we can't handle these scares. Please come home. Okay? Stop going against us. Her dad gritted his teeth in anger. I won't let that jerk get away with this. Anna just looked at me. I finally realized being with Calvin was a mistake from the beginning. I thought I was different, that I could change him. But he's scum and doesn't deserve love from anyone. David, you were right all along. The more she spoke, the more upset Anna got, crying uncontrollably. When I was unconscious, I had a dream about us playing house as kids. I was the bride, you were the groom, and you said you'd always protect me, make me happy. Do you remember that? Sure, I remember. How could I forget? But what's the point of saying that now? I sighed. Just get some rest. Don't think about these things. No. When I tried to leave, Anna got so emotional she almost sat up. Her parents quickly held her down. David, please don't go. I'm scared you won't come back once you leave. I know I messed up. Please, can we go back to how we were? I promise not to let anyone hurt or insult you because of me again. Please don't go. Anna cried so loud a nurse came over. The patient just had surgery. Family, please keep her calm. I had to say, Let's not talk about this now, we can revisit it after you're out of the hospital. David, don't go. Let me take care of you, let me be the one to care about you, please. Don't abandon me. Anna even tried to get out of bed to follow me, so I quickly slipped out of the room. Once outside, to my surprise, Selena was standing there. Selena, when did you get here? Not long ago. How's she doing? I shook my head, you must have heard. Selena stayed quiet for a bit, then seemed to gather her courage. It's almost time for your trip abroad. Are you still going? I heard the hesitation and worry in her voice and couldn't help but chuckle. Silly, why would you ask that? Of course, I'm going. When Selena heard me, she relaxed a bit, her shoulders no longer tense. Then she playfully huffed. Why'd you call me silly? I bet you haven't even looked at the birthday gift I gave you. Oh, I had nearly forgotten about it until she mentioned it. I reached into my pocket and pulled something out. A tiny crystal ball. Selena's eyes lit up. So you did open it? Yeah, I was wondering where my crystal ball went. Turns out it was with you. Well, you forgot it yourself. Nothing to do with me. That's right, I remembered. This gift, I once gave it to Selena, and now she returned it to me. It was 20-year-old David giving it to 19-year-old Selena. Back then, I was really down. Felt like I was becoming depressed. I'd hide in the library and cry for hours. I liked studying vocab behind the library, and your crying was so loud. I could hear you. It drove me nuts. I couldn't understand why a college student would cry every day. So you were planning to confront me? Huh? I wouldn't say confront. I tried to cheer you up. Remember? You said you looked too ugly from crying and didn't want anyone to see you, so I didn't remember you well at first. Your pep talks weren't great, but one thing you said stuck with me. What was it? You said, find your sunshine, and maybe there won't be a cloud over your life. You threw this at me and gave it to me as a gift. The deal was I wouldn't disturb your studying anymore. I couldn't help but laugh. It's funny how fate tied us together 5 years ago. I thought love would always be a struggle for me. Turns out, fate wasn't so harsh. Mom told me Anna's doing fine now. She just needs rest. And Calvin? That lowlife tried to make a move again. He had the nerve to blackmail Anna with some video, demanding 50 grand or he'd leak it online. Anna's dad was about to deal with him when he got caught red-handed. Reported, sued, compensated, jailed. The full package for him. That lowlife even shouted to see Anna before he went in. Of course, all this happened after I went abroad. The day Selena and I left, Anna came all the way to the airport. Her mom was heartbroken. This girl said she'd jump if she didn't come. Her dad and I are worried sick. Anna hadn't fully recovered. She looked pale. The big coat she wore seemed to drown her small frame. I want to talk to David alone. Mom had no choice. She signaled me to be careful and not upset Anna. Selena, understanding as always, nodded. Are you really leaving? Yeah. What if I said I could go with you to study abroad? Be with you every day, could we? No. Anna broke down, tears streaming down her face. Anna, what's done is done. Let's both move on. Anna covered her mouth and just shook her head. I knew she really regretted it. She truly wanted to be with me. But now, I'm holding another girl's hand to start a new life. The love we had was real, but it's also real that it's over. She deserves her new life too. At the last minute, before going through security, Anna frantically grabbed my arm, not letting me go. Selena suggested giving it a try. It was amazing. They talked for just a few minutes, and Anna stopped crying, just gazed at me blankly. On the plane, I asked Selena what she said to Anna. She just smiled. That's a secret. Selena's epilogue. When I was 19, I had a crush on this guy. But sadly, he liked another girl. I heard they grew up together, and I was jealous. The girl was in the dance club, so I joined too. That way, I'd get plenty of chances to see him. But it hit me hard when I realized he truly loved her. I was nothing more than a random stranger in his life. I kept those feelings to myself but couldn't help keeping track of him. After graduation, I tried every way to find out what he was up to. When I heard he planned to study abroad in country, I was thrilled. 5 years gone, but I still couldn't let him go. I decided to give myself a shot. I quit my job and applied to the same university as him. I waited at the visa office, planning an accidental encounter. Maybe fate had already started spinning with that story of the crystal ball. The crystal ball, half the size of a hand, contained the entire solar system. A million brilliant stars witnessed Earth's unwavering devotion to the sun. Once she was his son and he was mine. I thought I'd never have a chance. Turns out, fate had other plans for me. At the airport, I asked Anna, "Do you love David?" Anna, even though weak, looked at me with hostility. Of course, we've known each other since childhood. What would an outsider like you understand? Do you love the feeling he gives you, or do you really love him? She wanted to argue, but I didn't let her. Junior year, David sprained his ankle playing basketball, but you wouldn't talk to him for a week because he couldn't take you to a concert out of town. When we graduated, David wanted you both to study abroad together. You didn't want to go, and you held him back. You dated others, knowing it broke his heart, yet you rubbed it in. Even when he stood up for you and got hurt in the process. Did you even know he has stomach issues, gets sick from drinking cold soy milk, has headaches sometimes, or gets a sore throat when the seasons change? Did you care to know any of this, even though you claim to have grown up together? Would you spend time learning these things? To him, you're a princess, but to me, you're selfish and wrapped up in only your own feelings. Anna stared at David and was stunned. I said it all. On the plane, David asked what I said to Anna, but I didn't tell him. No point, right? High up in the sky with breathtaking views, David and I held hands.